Yo, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to the Shonen Central YouTube channel. Boruto's brand new anime ending is out, ending of 12, and with it we see some very interesting artistic decisions from the producers and the director. Most notably, and the one that's gotten everybody talking, is Boruto's somewhat Sage Mode-esque face paint. It's opened a very interesting debate in the Boruto fanbase, so as always, I asked you guys over on the YouTube community tab what you guys thought about it. I asked if you thought that this was hinting towards Boruto at some point learning Sage Mode in either the near future or the more distant future. And although the majority of you voted for no, you don't think this is something that foreshadows Boruto's future Sage Mode abilities, I think to focus on the smaller minority of people who have took this and ran with it and turned it into something is quite interesting to talk about. Now, usually I give more or less zero interest in anime endings, especially Naruto ones, because the track record is that most of the time they don't really relate to anything. Like, I can't even begin to count the amount of endings Naruto Shippuden had that had just absolutely zero to do with what was going on in the story. And so just because we see Boruto with a Sage Mode-esque resemblance, it's nowhere near confirmation that, yes, Boruto's getting Sage Mode. Doesn't mean he's not getting Sage Mode, that's not what I'm saying at all. It's just, this can't be seen as confirmation. All I'm saying is, how many times in opening and ending credits have we seen things that just never actually happen? I think the most notorious culprit of this was in this opening where we see Team 7 creating some sort of finger blasting laser beam jutsu that never existed or was even believed to be possible in the first place. And also in opening 16 you've got the Susanoo riding on Kurama like it's a racehorse. I don't recall this happening. And even to some extent, on a slightly less extreme note, you've even got this ending where we see Naruto and Sasuke fighting each other, and both of them let off a somewhat kind of Dragon Ball-esque aura explosion. It's never happened again. Now, just because what happened over in these openings and endings or whatever, and over here, just because that never happened, you can't automatically then say whatever's going to happen over here is going to be the exact same. What I'm saying is there's definitely lines to be drawn between the two, and that's exactly what I'm doing. And then also, and probably the biggest giveaway that this isn't Sage Mode, are the eyeballs. A huge key factor to Sage Mode are the pupils of the eyes changing. Boruto's just remain the same. Also, on a slight tangent, has there ever been an instance of like a dojutsu user also being able to use Sage Mode? Like, I'm trying to picture an Uchiha with Sage Mode using his Sharingan. Like, how f***ed up can a singular pupil look? Anyway, back to the topic on hand. One of the things that people bring up to sort of defend or boost this theory is Boruto standing on top of a toad. Now again, yes, there is indeed connections between a toad and Sage Mode. Again though, just because he's got a toad potentially, that does not mean he's got Sage Mode. For example, look at Konohamaru. Konohamaru we know has a toad. No proof whatsoever, no mention whatsoever, only speculated that he's got Sage Mode. Naruto summoned a toad way before he got Sage Mode. And in regards to the toad and many other things really that are happening in endings, there's a fine line between what's possibly a reference to the past, maybe former Naruto endings, openings, something that happened in Naruto full stop, and foreshadowing the actual future of Boruto. Overall, I'm not ruling it out. Could he get Sage Mode? Yes, he could. Do I want him to get Sage Mode? Well, you see, that's a completely different story. I don't want Boruto to be too overpowered. I don't want to have focus taken away from the Jogan, from the Karma Seal, to then have Boruto try and learn and master Sage Mode. That's just not what I want. We don't have much time as it is with the manga. And I don't want any of that time to be taken up by something which really we've already seen. Like, imagine Boruto with the strongest dojutsu ever, potentially even the originator of all dojutsu, the Karma Seal, which really is just a literal hand-me-down from a god. And then also, we see in this ending, he also uses Fire Style. Does that mean he's got all different nature types as well? All of them? Can he use all of them? And then he's been raised by Naruto and trained by Sasuke to, like, demigods. And then off birth, straight away, he was a prodigy anyway. And then you also want to then chuck Sage Mode in with all that? He starts to sound a little like a fanfic character. But overall, I want you guys to let me know in the comment section down below. 1, do you think this could be something, or is it just an artistic choice and we may never know? Obviously, remember, Japan are very big with their cultural face painting. I'm not going to pretend like I know much about it because guess what? I don't. But maybe it'll have some connection to that as opposed to Sage Mode. And also, as we're talking about the ending here, let me know in the comment section down below as well if you did enjoy the ending. So it's not the best ending, but I think it's an improvement over what we've had for the past couple of ones. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're not already to become a member of the Senpai Squad, and I'll be seeing you guys very soon in another video. But until then, peace.